yeah. I have a lot of Capricorn clients, you know what I'm saying, family members, you know what I'm saying, yeah. You know, I've dated Capricorn when I was much younger, so I've known how they operate, you know what I'm saying, yeah. So, you know, they love the money, they love to be focused, you know what I'm saying, yeah, and they'll do whatever it takes, you know. But I see that Lori time is ticking, you know, her time is ticking. I see new love for her coming in. I see new love for her coming in. And it doesn't really matter if she get back with Damson. It doesn't really matter where people say they see them in St. Bart's hanging out for the holiday. It doesn't really matter. I am telling you guys that this is not going to work long term. The chance for them has passed. You know? Yes. As a spiritual matchmaker, the time for them for past. They have to come, you know, come out in the open and still saying the dating and different things like that. It's not going to work because the time has passed. You know, it's a window of opportunity for them. The first time around was the right time for them. You know, yeah, and I blame Damson. You know. Hi everyone, coming to you guys with a quick reading on Lori, Harvey, and Damson. Back together again. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You guys will see the beginning of the video. What I talked about that 8 months ago. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that it doesn't really matter that if Lori and Damson come back together. You know, we talked about that 8 months ago because we always know that they was always playing hide and seek. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you know. So you know, there was always playing hide and seek, dating behind the scenes, trying to be quiet and stuff with it. So I wasn't surprised when they pop up like in August. You know, you see Lori and Damson at one of her girlfriend's wedding or their good friend's wedding. You know, and we always suspect that back around her birthday time, you know, in January, you know, I think when they was in Thailand or something like that, and we all suspect that they were seeing each other around that time still, you know what I'm saying, off and on. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So one of the things you guys will see in the clip that you see in the clip that we always tell you that it doesn't really matter, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Because we felt that Damson missed the best opportunity, you know. It was like a window that opened for them the first time around, you know, and we always tell you that Damson was always going to be the weakest link. We stand by that to this day, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, because when we look at his birth chart is very messy, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. He's a messy, he's a nice guy, but he's going to be very messy, you know what I'm saying? Yes, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's something in him that I see that will lead to problems down the road. So it doesn't really matter whether this couple decide to get married, whether they decide to have a baby, he's going to be the problem down the road. Because the first time around, you know, that was the right time for them if they really wanted to really make it work, you know what I'm saying, into something long-term and successful, you know what I'm saying? Yes, and I always tell you guys that straight up, that we always see him that is going to fumble the bag, just like with a lot of previous relationships we call over the years. And I'm saying, yeah, we don't hate on anyone. We want to see people have love. Doesn't matter what color creed is. But as I say, we just come here to show off our skills. That's it. And I'm saying, we're not here to judge anyone or anything like that. And I'm saying, yeah. And I was one of the first people to predict Lori and Michael B. Jordan back in 2021. You know what I'm saying? We talk about that relationship. It wasn't going to work. You know what I'm saying? Yes, you know, and we saw certain things and it happened, you know. And then with Damson and Lori the second time around, I mean, the first time around, you know, we also call it also too, you know what I'm saying, that he's going to be the problem, you know, yeah. You know, and they have good chemistry together, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, they're always going to have love and things for each other, you know. You see them hanging out in the beach and stuff like that. They look good, you know, they look good. But one thing I would say for any young ladies out here, try not to waste your youth, young ladies, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, your time, you can't get back. Don't waste your time. Don't let nobody test drive. You don't need to let nobody test drive you for like a year or two and then come back, or a year, and you know what I'm saying? No. After 3 to 6 months, after 90 days, you will know if that person is someone that you want to pour into, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, sometimes you can know it in the first week. Sometimes you can know within the first hour, the first day, you know what I'm saying? Everything is all depends on the person, emotional intelligence, and how intelligent is to see things. You know, some people can be very delusional, naive, but if you're a person that's very smart and you have emotional intelligence, you'll be able to know within within the first hour if this person, you're going to take them seriously or not, especially if it's a air sign. Most air signs will be able to pick it up quickly. You know, Aquarius, the Libra, the Gemini will be able to tell if we're going to waste time with you or not. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we can tell very quickly. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, and then some people, they might need to take a little while, you know. It might take them a month or two. You know, they might need to see certain things. But some people you can tell quickly, sooner than some. You know, so again, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, it doesn't really matter here. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, whether they're back, whether they're dating, whatever it is, you know, marriage, baby. We call it here. We call it the first time. We're going to call it the second time again. And we're not wishing anything. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, and I said straight up, you know, in my last video 8 months ago, when we did the Aryan pair and Lori and Damson video, and I said that, you know, these two need to have someone fresh, you know, on both sides in order for it to really work. Because I felt and I see that window that was for them to really take them to the next level has already closed. So even if they decide to still move forward and, you know, decide to get married, to get engaged, or even to plan a family, we are not wishing anything. I'm just telling you that I am seeing that Damson is the one who's going to fumble it because he's going to do certain things that down the road that is going to break Lori heart, because that window of opportunity, the first time around, was the best for them. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, so I call it for what it is. I don't waver, I don't shake. So we are wishing anything bad. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we love the both of them. You know what I'm saying? Yes, and we want to see them happy and stuff like that. And let's hope that you know, maybe the second time around, you know, they can prove us wrong. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, so we're not wishing anything bad or to say that, you know, we're saying that this is no. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm not God, but I'm just calling it for what I'm seeing because I'm the number one spiritual matchmaker in the game. My record speaks for itself. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, so as I say, you know, we wish them all the best. But again, we see that Damson is going to fumble and make some blunders, make some mistakes moving forward. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, because it's something in him. It's something in him. He can't help it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's what we see in here. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, so we wish this couple all the best. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we want to see happiness. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, when coming to career-wise, money-wise, and everything, they'll be okay on both sides. It doesn't really matter. But when coming to personal relationship, these two, you know, in my opinion, that window has closed on the opportunity for them to really have a successful, you know what I'm saying? Yes, because the time must pass. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, and sometimes, you know, some people like to spin the block and come back around and see how, you know, that, you know, if they miss something, you know, they try to put sparks back. Sometimes you see Capricorns, they like to go back, you know, dip back and stuff like that. The earth signs and water signs always like to go back more than the air signs and the fire signs sometimes, you know. Yeah, earth signs and water signs like to always go back and forth in relationships. So you're going to always see that, you know, with a lot of earth and water signs, you know, all the time from my experience compared to fire and air signs. And I'm saying, yeah, you know, you have some signs, air and fire will dip back sometimes, but it all depends on how the relationship play out, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, so I wasn't surprised that these two decide to, you know, to try to see if they could make it work a second time around. But as I say, he's going to be the problem, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. All right, so we send in positive energy. Let's hope that, you know, we wish him we could see a baby, wish him we could see engagement, we wish him we could see all these things. And, you know, we hope that we are wrong on this situation, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, we don't want to always be right all the time, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, so we're not wishing anything bad, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, we want to see them, you know what I'm saying? Because, you know, I like them. I like them both personally, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, we like Damson over here, you know what I'm saying? You know, we like the Virgo man. But we know how Virgo man is, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Even from Deshaun Watson, the first time, back in 2021, when everybody thought Deshaun Watson, I was the first person to read on Deshaun Watson, our next Virgo again. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I know my Virgo man how it is. You know what I'm saying? Yes. So, you know, when we read on Deshaun Watson and he had 20-something women was coming after him, and I told you guys he's going to play again. You know, I told you he's going to get a second chance. So, a lot of things we see way in advance, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, and where a lot of people be scared to put their reputation out there. Nobody's going to be 100%, including myself. Nobody know it all. But I stay in my lane, what I'm good at, what I'm great at. You know what I'm saying? When coming to spiritual matchmaking, when coming to the baby whispering, I can tell you if a baby is going to come. I just need to see you. And I can tell you if you're going to have how much children is going to come in a lifetime. But you have to position yourself to get the right mate in order for that child to come. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's you know. So that's how it is when coming to me seeing that. And I'm saying, yeah. And when coming to spiritual deliverance, you know, removing things off of people and opening up the roads for them, the spiritual roads, in order for them to have success. That is what I am great at. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So, you know, the baby, the relationships, your job, your promotion, protection work, removing any kind of bad energy, any kind of juju, witchcraft off of the person. I am the expert when coming to that, you know what I'm saying? I'll be able to tell it quickly, okay? And not everybody going to have witchcraft. Some people have mental problems, some people have ADHD, some people have bipolar disorder, and they're mixing it up and they're running by different people, and people telling them they have generational curses and stuff. No, some people have mental problems and they need psychiatric help, they need professional help, you know what I'm saying? Yes, you know, but they're running by spiritual people and thinking, well, you know, the person can help them, and these people, they're scamming them and telling them what they want to hear. One thing over here, we always tell you the truth, whether you don't want to hear it or not, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. All right, so no request videos, that's what we're seeing for them, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, Damson is the weakest link. Doesn't matter what they do in this relationship, you know? Yeah. They'll be better off starting fresh with fresh new people, you know, in the end, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, so it doesn't matter what they do, okay? Take care, guys.